Here's an interesting One Piece theory. So like many people, I thought that Luffy was going to ultimately be the one to have to go against Akainu. You know, he's the one who beat Ace, and there's a lot of reasons for Luffy to face him as a final villain. But I've been thinking, I made a video yesterday talking about the possible final villains for Luffy, and I actually don't think Akainu is going to be that person. In fact, the person I do think that Akainu is going to fight, the final villain, is going to be Sabo. I think Sabo is going to be the one that faces off with Akainu. Now, I imagine initially Luffy will start off fighting him. And for some reason, he'll be tired, or he's not able to get the best of him, or maybe he's just in a rush. But I think that Sabo is going to take over. It makes a lot of sense to have Sabo be the one that defeats Akainu because, one, they're brothers. Two, he's also part of the Revolutionary Army. But the main reason, and the reason that kind of sparked this whole theory in my brain, is that he's inherited Ace's will. And not only did he get his will, but he has his devil fruit. So I think that stylistically, that makes for a very, very good fight. You know, Akainu has magma, and Sabo not only has the flame fruit, but he also has his abilities that he learned from Dragon. So I think that those additional abilities are going to be what puts him over the edge. I still think Luffy, again, might have to fight Akainu for a little bit, and maybe Akainu is going to get the better of him, or begin to get the better of him, and then Sabo comes in and saves the day. That's one possible scenario. But I really think that this fight, I really think that if you look at how Oda does fights, for example, Kaido, and then King going against Zoro, and then Queen going against Sanji, I can see a scenario where it plays out like that, where Luffy is fighting Blackbeard and then ultimately trying to make his way to Imu, who I do believe is going to be the final villain. Even though there's still so much we don't know about her character, I still think that she makes sense, and Oda is setting her up to be the final villain. Definitely don't think that the Marines themselves or Akainu are set up to be the final villain, so it makes sense for Luffy not to be the one to have to take them on. I think that it makes a lot of sense. I think that it'll be a really good fight. I think that that's exactly the way we're going to see it play out. Luffy's going to be in pursuit of Imu, I believe, maybe even Blackbeard, but more than likely Imu, and maybe Akainu's going to be getting in the way, and so Sabo will either come to save the day or take the fight off of Luffy's hands. That's what we generally see in One Piece fights. Luffy starts, and then someone comes and takes the fight off his hands so he can focus on the greater goal. So that's my theory. I think it's pretty solid. Let me know what you think in the comments, and be sure to like and follow for more.